Can you describe the moment when you realized that home ownership was actually possible for you?
It's when I was talking with the mortgage lender, and then it came back approved. That was the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I figured my credit score wasn't big enough, or for the type of house I was looking to buy. And when it came back approved, I was like, oh snap! Like this could actually be it. So
this can actually happen.
Yeah.
What were some of the biggest fears or challenges you faced during the home buying process?
I didn't feel like I knew what I was doing. I just didn't know exactly where to start. So it was helpful just to come to you and then start figuring out the process.
How did you know that this house was the one for you?
This was the 3rd out of 5 houses that we looked at that day. When I walked in the house initially, like just got the sense of like, it felt like my grandparents' place. It felt like my home, like the home that I grew up in. It just had a very peaceful vibe essentially. And then it was just like instantly just started daydreaming about all the things I could do in the house. For that room, it's been we call it the training room. So we get usually like key group of guys. We'll host like usually like meetups. We're going through a New Testament survey through the scriptures right now. So yeah, that's kind of been the place. That's been a prayer meeting room for just guys to pray through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was also the spot where we did like our mission trip planning. So that I felt like that was just all part of the training.
Nice.
For how to walk with Jesus.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome. Was there a point in the process when you thought it might fall through?
We were trying to close on the house, and then the mortgage lender comes back and says, hey, your debt to income ratio is off. It was like the biggest thing for me. I didn't understand closing costs because through the VA home loan, they talk about, you don't need a down payment, but closing costs are not part of down payments. It's a separate. At that point, it seemed like I didn't have enough to cover all my costs to close on the house, and I was super scared because I was like, man, I felt like I worked so hard. Doing all the right steps, was trying to ask all the right questions. That would have been the moment is where there wasn't any way to be able to come to the table and close on it. So,
yeah. That's a scary place to be.
Yeah, I got you on the phone and then talked to the mortgage lender and realized there was some adjustment. It was just through the appraisal value that because of how the house appraised, because of how. And then our initial offer, we were able to adjust our offer to be able to have closing costs included. That would have been a moment where I thought we weren't going to make it. And I just had this crushing weight. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, I'm glad we were able to work through that. It was awesome.
I mean, Carol, you were helpful like the whole step of the way. I mean, whenever I had a question, I would ask you first, and then if it was something that wasn't part of your realm, especially when we're dealing with the mortgage lender, that was like the most comforting part, was just having you to be able to like walk me through
like an advocate.
And say and just felt like you had my best interest. It seemed like you just had this wealth of resources, and you were my biggest advocate of you wanting me to close on the house, and so that was a huge confidence booster.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. What's something you learned that you wish other first-time home buyers knew?
I think closing costs. That was the biggest one, especially like for the VA home loan, or being a veteran and all that. That was the biggest thing I didn't account for. I think the other difficult one to account for, like escrow, with taxes and insurance, and then through your help, through the mortgage lender, just walk me through like, all right, this is how it's calculated, this is your actual number. That was super helpful. Understand that there are additional costs, especially with the VA home loan, to the veterans that want to buy their first home. The VA home loan doesn't cover everything, but your realtor who is experienced in that process will know how to like help navigate that.
You signed all the paperwork. What did it feel like when you first got the keys?
Like I'm a homeowner now, and that felt, owning a house and renting are two different things, because with owning a house, you are responsible for things working and things not working.
Yep.
I'm now the landlord
Yep.
of the house, and the feeling for when I realized I was a homeowner, super
Yeah.
surreal, and this is like welcome to the real world. I guess. It's been exciting. It's been a lot of fun too.
So I remember before I bought my first house, people would talk about, owning versus renting, and they'd be like, oh, well, now you're responsible for all these different things, and this is going to go out, and that's going to go out, and it's going to cost you so much money. You've been in this house for how long now?
A year and 1 month today.
Awesome. So what have those expenditures looked like for you in reality?
Nothing like major has broke, thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
Really, it's the pest control. I knew that I needed to anticipate things going out. I got the sense that like things will break, nothing lasts forever.
Mm-hmm. But overall, like your water heater is still running really well. Your HVAC is running well.
Mm-hmm. I guess what's been helpful for me, like thinking about coming from the Marine Corps with the maintenance and just understanding like preventative maintenance. When I first got the house, like and took the inspection checklist of what and all their findings, and then just started going through and then doing the research of like started breaking out what are my weekly, monthly, quarterly, and then annual maintenance things that need to happen. And I've been trying to treat the house because
that's something that I wish more first-time home buyers would do. I think that would save a lot of heartache.
Preventative maintenance in the Marine Corps is like cleaning your rifle or whatever equipment that you're assigned to. House maintenance is very much similar.
Yeah, and I love that you took that inspection, as a checklist. A lot of first-time home buyers, when they look at that inspection report, they kind of like freeze and they're like, "Oh my goodness, this house is falling apart." It's like, I love that you took that as a checklist to knock out like weekend projects. And just, what does owning a home mean to you now compared to before you started this journey?
I think responsibility is probably like the biggest thing. That is like with owning a home, it does feel more stabilizing. Before owning the house, I felt like I was doing a whole lot of moving. But since owning a home now, it's helped focus. Yeah, you could either do a whole bunch of things, but you couldn't go very far because you're stretched too thin. So I think that's what that house has helped. Because of the responsibilities for payments on the house, for maintenance and things like that, it's helped me figure out what things are important and what things aren't important.
If you had to sum up your home buying journey in just a few words, what would they be?
It's like jumping the Grand Canyon.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit? Yeah.
You're building up all this momentum, so you're building up you talk with the realtor, you've got your finances in order, and it looks like you're gonna make this jump, and you're just like, you're hoping that you've done everything. And when you sign that contract and you have all the like stack of paperwork in your hand, you're like, you just land that. It's like jumping the Grand Canyon.